So what's up? As promised, we gonna take a look into my life, and I'm gonna refer to her as my biological mom a lot, just because she didn't raise me past the age of 4. Yeah, excuse my hair. I've been asleep. Um, and I'm gonna start off slow and easy, but at this point of the story, I don't know if I had started school yet, but I'm gonna let you know what I recall from a young age. Um, from a young age, because that's what my account of it was. So I will not be sparing his name because he ain't shit. So at the time, my stepmother, my biological mom was dating a man by the name of Steve, and at this point in my life, they had been dating, I think, for a few years. So I was very familiar with him. She was even comfortable, um, with leaving me with him while going to work and stuff like that. But I think somewhere in her head it alarmed her, um not to be too comfortable with him when it came to like me and my sister, because she would wake me up before she would go to work and wash me up and things like that and make sure I was dressed. I'll get back to this in a second. Well, on one of the days, out the blue, when he was washing me, he decided to teach me how to spell my nickname. Um, how to spell my nickname. And it was weird because apparently he didn't even know the correct spelling of my nickname. So, at the time, I did not know how to read or write. I do recall that I did not know how to read or write. My sister, who was 6 years older than me, and my biological mom, they used to read Dr. Seuss to me and the Disney collection. If you're not familiar with that, Dr. Seuss and Disney used to be mail order subscriptions that you used to could order, and they used to come in the mail, and that was like kind of a thing along with Hooked on Phonics. And they used to read these books to me. So, I was used to this. Now, he used extreme force, far as spelling, far as how I would form my letters and things like that, to the point where it was just getting out of control. But I noticed he was doing this when nobody was around. It was like during the day, my sister was at school and my biological mother was gone. But he used to tell me, like, if I told anybody, he would unalive me. Now, where my father came into play at the time, I used to see my father, but I used to see my father on weekends. My father did have weekend visitation. Now, I don't remember or recall how old I am. And I found out later on in life that because of the trauma that I experienced as a little kid, it blocked out some of that as a way to protect me. So each day, he would go over these letters with me, and each day, when I would not do it to his standard, he would the shit out of me. And I think this shit went on for like ever. In my childhood brain, it was like forever. And ever and ever and ever. And I honestly don't understand like how my biological mom didn't understand, because even as an adult I still bruise easily. He would use things like broomsticks and belts and stuff to discipline me when I was not spelling correctly. and things like that. So one day, I guess I had finally got the words correctly. He he shows my biological mom. He shows my biological mom, or whatever the case may be, and then I distinctively recall her being like, "Steve, that's not how you spell her name." And I distinctively remember him going inside her mouth. And then that's when I knew that, like, my house was not normal. It was not normal. Um, so like she knew. She knew. So when I would go over my dad's house and I started spelling my name around him, he would be so mad because he gave me my nickname. I would spell it. It was at the point of, do I spell it how my dad want me to spell it, or do I spell it how dude want me to spell it? Because my dad is just gonna get mad, but dude is literally gonna beat me if I don't spell it the way that he wants me to. So then, even as I got older, I still continued to spell my name like that. And my dad's whole side of his family spells my nickname the correct way. And that my dad wants it to be spelled, and everybody else spells it the way that my now stepfather, because that's 3 spinoffs, wants it to be spelled, or how I was taught for it to be spelled. So yeah. And out of it all, it's a different rebranding of why I chose to rebrand my name. Out of it, because it's a lot of trauma in the name just itself.